Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Time to get ready to go for phase number 4 in the Dominion series on the live summit event in the Crew 2. This will be a penultimate last Steam summon is here once again to be related to the first episode of Motorplex Season 6 with Chris Forsberg cars will be moving on to be at the brand new track to be located in the West Coast at Black Rift Motorsport Park. 2 events on Dominion Forsberg number 8 and 9 will be featuring with Touring Car and Rallycross discipline to be on 2 different track layouts. It's going to get much awesome, and we're getting closer to take the final stage until at the end of the first episode. But clearly, from last week, we're having 2-part conclusion in Japanese Drive according to the issue in Santa Monica Drag Race. But I know having 8 events is going to be having do some more climbing up to be at the 100,000 point what's left of it. But I know this is going to be quite very interesting to see how a motocross bike to do a drag race to have one single run without having a fully will achieved to be at the point to be on the chance. But I know it happens all the time because of a bug issue for only 1 week by 7 days. So now everything is all back to normal, and let's get ready to go and take on the Dominion once again for phase number 4. But as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to start the live summit event. Let's begin. So it turns out to have some main push to take 8 events on Japanese Drive for the rerun event. But good thing the Red Panther edition on the Honda S2000 has already made it to be at the Platinum in rank 3,748 place in 1,029,516 points. Everything is good now. Rally inner purple tire and blinking red underglow to be acquired to be on the silver and gold category. But we're almost there to have one last final event to be related to be on Dominion Forsberg cars will be set up and do some more challenges on week number 7. So it's all good, and having some more followers will be stacked up quicker and simultaneously. So let's have a good look, and there it is, you guys. September 7 to 14. This is where the final event on Dominion series is going to become kings to have this brand new Forsberg Racing Nissan 370C Dominion Edition. We're getting closer onto the finish line, viewers, after we finish phase 3 as part of the same series before moving on to take 2 deemed summons. But at the time, because going back to the beginning in Polar Rush to be scheduled on August 24th through 31st to be at the end until Whoopgar will be moving on to be at the 31st of August through September 7. So I'm all set and good to go, but only 2 cars to be available to have a recommend to be on the event restriction. There's the Lamborghini Gallardo LP570-4 Super Leggera, and Renault Sport RS01 is now listed to be on one of the 6 events. So that means Dominion Forsberg number 8 and 9 is going to be putting up onto the Touring Car and Rallycross discipline to have some different rewards. So let's do this, and first up to be on the 3 skills to be as a qualifier, we'll have to go for the lineup in order. Let's head out to be in the Black Mount to go escape. Rally Raid disciplined. Let's go and have a very good, excellent strategy to do the same thing like last time. Well, of course, because it turns out that doing some fine hard work for myself since I ever record this video. Gonna have to turn around and do a stationary position to be at the get-go. I have to make sure to go by the opposite. Good thing might be quite turns out to become handy to do some preparation jump. Well, of course, I'm still currently to be using with the Suzuki motocross bike is still to be well used from last week's event. Gonna have to stop right here and switch up onto a different rally raid car. Go for disciplined. Go back and feast your eyes to have the Land Rover Defender Works B870 edition is now going competitive to be colored in blue. Okay, looks like there's only one player going in. Oncoming approach. And there we go. Drive away and gonna have to drive stationary. It's so great to have this perfect opposite direction to be doing like last time. Just about having some different few attempts to be mastered by doing the escape at night. Well, of course, because having some rocks is going to be having a hard time for doing some major step up situation, but I'm still barely trying to get used to it. Okay, looks like the red zone is kicking in, going up and reached up in about 3,000 yards. Almost there. Very good. Stop at 3,000 yards to go add up by the hundreds. 34.28 yards. Not so bad for attempt number 1 is doing ordinary average. But that's one event down. Only 8 more to go will be proceed forward by having a new, fresh, clean event. Talking about having a 100% bug-free for this part of the Theme Summon is what we've been waiting for. But there's no need to have 9 events from last week, but just gonna have to give a new 9 event and 3 skills to have everything what we have. But shareable for only 6 events and 3 skills coming in as well. Now on to the Solemn to be at the Meteor Crater for skill number 2. Talk about having a perfect time to go for a different rally raid car, viewers. So let's go and take a quick pause at the pit stop and get everything to be settled in. Okay, double check. Alright, looks like gonna have to switch up and do a proper change of ideas. So it'll have to do much perfectly to have the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 to be put up to be in the rally raid event. Talking about doing part exchange is going to have to do a change of plan. Well, I have to hold on to it, so it'll have to do much score breaker for the Land Rover Defender to do much perfectly as planned. Let's get in there and Solemn around the gates to be on the inside at Meteor Crater. Splendid work. Drip cam is still doing okay by recording it. Gonna have to ace that course, going in, circle around, and reach the finish line for only 1 lap. 10 seconds left, gonna hurry up, and gonna have to go right in about 3 seconds at the nick of time. 19,851 points. So very good. Activity number 2 is going well clear to be at 156,127 points. Second skill down, 1 more to go, and go for the lineup to have the 4 event plus 2 Dominion Forsberg is now going to have to wait for having a standby. Let's get ready to fly and go to Red Rock for the aerobatics and air race discipline to take the skills. Auto switch airplane and go with the Pilotus PC-21. Match the breakers, here I go. Okay, doing well, so gonna have to be much more precise. Switch up and go extreme mode. But I know that one part of the clip is going to be doing some skipping parts automatically as a glitch. But I knew it also happens every time. Okay, looks like that might be going average. Keep matching up. Almost there to fly up higher. Very good, same as always. 27,155 points. I still got the skills and still barely mastered onto the skies in aerobatics to match the figures. Here I go, viewers. Let's take on in motocross to take the first event downhill from here. Talk about doing a one-time trial event to be going down in the motocross discipline to take action. So let's choose any motocross bike, depends on which type of vehicle and manufacturer brand. Alright, let's go with a KTM 450 EXE with a UDRS Insportec livery painted in golden chrome. Talking about having a solid fine fortune to have this most fine hardcore rush to go down without having a nitro chemist. Let's go downhill and beat that course once again.
Stay focused on the route and you'll ace this.
We've done this every time and going extreme to do some tragic measures and do some extreme stunts. Okay, keep it steady and do some new tricks and skills. Gonna have to ace it and go well precise. So you see, talking about doing some fine downhill motocross skills to do right at it every time we're doing a lot of practice. But it always gonna have to take more exercise caution whenever it comes in to have some canopy trees in the way. So let's keep going and make that cut clear onto the gap. Yeah, looks like talk about doing some daring extreme onto the off-road areas to be on the mountains. So let's try harder and stay stationary, so it'll have to keep a good watchful eye on the skipping part of the glitch. There goes a checkpoint, proceed. Now gonna have to do main rush time in about under 2 minutes. Yeah, looks like this is gonna be so daring and much more expression to go harder. Almost there. Gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on the clock. Time is on the rush. Take one last backflip. And here we go. Sweet and regular podium on the clear. 1 minute 56 seconds to have a decimal of 531 seconds instead. Very good job to have this activity performance to do as fine expert. Not bad after all. Alright, so looks like first event check and complete. 3 more to go, and wait for Dominion Forsberg is now going to be on standby to be at the get-go. Now let's go for stage number 3 of US Speed Tour West from Salt Lake to St. George. Talking about having a perfect round to go tarmac to be recommended to be using with a Renault Sport RS01 to be at the prepared ready. Talking about having a one-make race track car to be labeled to be suitable to be as the original. But at the matter of time to have this yellow color variation to be doing the same. So gonna have to be very more prepared and changed up to be on a different strategy until one original will have to see how the challenges will be well made to do it. But you guys might understand about the strategy is going to be going challenging to work hard and faster to be on the main pace to be temporarily as an Alpha Grand Prix event.
US Speed Tour West stage number 3 in Utah, leaving Salt Lake City for St. George and its national parks.
It turns out doing some perfect fine strategy will compare the difference when using an Alpha Grand Prix race car. Since you guys have remembered using the Disruption edition of the Red Bull RB14. But yeah, it is definitely might be quite very awesome to have this nice awesome compound white tire sticker is going to be well labeled up to see it. Talking about the matter of difference between the yellow onto the medium and red for the salt racing tires. But talking about doing some fine exact difference when you participate in the mixed event as part of Phase 4 of Dominion Series in the Steam Summit. Gonna have to beat the time and go boost up on the nitro. Checkpoint clear, succeed. Now, let's keep going. Gonna have to do this and keep it well stationary to have this mid-engine layout to go well balanced. Going in onto the tunnel, press on and pack up onto the 7-gear transmission for only 225 miles per hour. Now it's 240 and gonna have to take that right turn by the next turn. Coming out, checkpoint clear and pull the brake. Okay, let's try and do the inside apex job. Going well and doing some fine proposition to see how the speed performance compared to the Alpha Grand Prix discipline. Okay, let's keep it stationary and move on to be on the next checkpoint. Another one clear, so there goes another one. Okay, Teton Village has arrived. Just keep going. Almost to be exactly in about 5% to be at the 50% halfway point. Just take that turn and go well proceed. Okay, here comes Jackson. That's our checkpoint. Pass by in 50% halfway mark. Pass by and keep going. Central Hills has entered. Going faster, going well paced, and keep driving to stay clean. Okay, very much impressive. Push the nitro and gonna have to go on to the consecutive corners to be well follow up onto the route. There's 70% in the progression, only 30 more to go. Okay, this turn is going to be very tricky for the Renault Sport RS01. Kick the nitro again and entering Red Rock. Okay, that's the solid ticket. Keep driving and gonna have to take that next turn going on the left. Old training post to be arrived on the area. Now going back on to Red Rock Valley. Oh, and by the way, viewers, I didn't know that if Red Rock Valley is coming to Gran Turismo 7. Well, at least it might be turns out to have a possible rumor about the Gran Turismo 2's racetrack is going to be very cool to have this nice place to be located around in America. Well, of course it is, because Red Rock Valley is going to be set to be located in America to have this original fictional track circuit. But especially for the Grand Valley Speedway might be coming in as well. Well, it might be happens to see how brand new tracks and returning all fan favorites is going to be what every Gran Turismo player really wants. I prefer to do a judges to see how the track is going to be turned out to have a different layout.
Straight ahead, hub of all the
so coming in onto the finish line, and
paradise.
There you go. 5 minutes, 39.728 seconds. Daily complete, and let's see the activity performance. 116,878 points. Very good job and faster work to have this one make track car is doing perfectly well in the US Speed Tour West Edition. RS01 complete. Now, let's go for the street race event from Bay Area to Central Valley for the Lamborghini Gallardo 570-4 Superleggera. Let's get it on and beat the heat for having a nice warm summer moment. Well, actually, because we're in August, because we still have enough time for having a summer season before going back to school. But I'll have to do a perfect time to get settled in to have this part of the video for only 2 clips, ever since my lines is going to be very put up to have some major part of the conclusion. But of course, because I also to be putting up with some 2 soundtracks from Bobobo from part 2 of Japanese Drive Rerun, as you may ever heard it, for doing a previous recap. So what do you think about these different kind of vanity to be equipped with the tint and underglow on the golden Gallardo LP570-4 Superleggera? Looks the same, and almost to have some underglow variation to have a window tint to be put up onto the gold. But I bet you guys gonna like it, because taking a fine golden supercar will have to go all-wheel drive to have a nice street race event to be in the grid position for last. So let's go on the rush and take on in the top 3 position for every Japanese cars.
I'm sending happy winning thoughts.
Yeah, looks like this is going to be quite very cool to take the gold rush, going up the hill and make my way on to first position to be at the finish line. Very good technique drift. Stay steady and be very more precision and precise. Alright, very good. Talk about American Kaido Battle is doing some fine racing work. Let's take that drift and going on the skill. Checkpoint proceed and going well cleared. %25% in the progression, 75 to go remaining. Okay, I had to watch the paint. Talk about late braking might be giving an unfair advantage. But of course it is, because it's all about driving and doing a fragile with care. Checkpoint clear. Now let's go for the next corner at the turn. Okay, let's stop right here and go for the inside. Safe and strategize and do well precise. Let's kick up the nitro and gonna have to get right in. Okay, marvelous. Very marvelous. Almost exit out onto the halfway mark, viewers. One golden Lamborghini Gallardo will have to take that rush and go well achieved. Talk about having a clean street race to be at nighttime, but the twilight condition is going to be having some different fine look. Now arrive in Coastal Range in the West Coast. Now going enter to be at Central Valley. But good thing I just really love to race around in California. Okay, let's keep up and go recovery. Okay, it's 3 minutes. Still barely got this in the bag, viewers. After exit from the mountain pass, now going clear to be on the mainland, we'll have to do a final stretch. And there you go, 3 minutes, 27.154 seconds on the sprint race to have a fine golden podium finish. Very excellent and good job indeed. Lamborghini Gallardo has passed the street race event in Phase 4 of Dominion Series. So now, Rally Race event will be doing the next turn before proceed on to Dominion Forsberg number 8 and 9. Next up, stage number 2 of US Speed Tour West from Glacier Park to Salt Lake. Let's go off-road racing, and I'm about to bring out the Nissan Skyline R34 GTR Rally Race Edition is now ready to be prepared to be on the green light. So let's go to the right. Just to be planned as promised, since I switched up onto the Nitro Chemist for the R34 for the Land Rover Defender Works B8. Now let's go for having a brand new fresh attempt and stay on the main course.
Here comes
But
stage
also to
number
have
2
this
of US
second
Speed
part
Tour
is
West.
doing the main
From the
attempt
wilderness
after
of
doing the first
Montana's
attempt
Glacier
as a
Park
warm-up.
to
Gonna have to
urban
go
Salt Lake
and
City,
kick it up
Utah.
and beat my ghost time. Talk about having a checkpoint for doing a perfect moment. But it is exactly that the mountain state uses to have many good, excellent large lakes like the Great Lake of Salt Lake and Lake Mead. But I know that Lake Mead is having a much situation because of the climate change. But have you ever noticed about the Hoover Dam is losing power? I mean, it's terrifying to see how Lake Mead is about to get a little bit shrinked apart. That's how many people of Nevada really want to have some more water to have Lake Mead to become more normal to be as a former glory state. Talking about having a climate change is still out there because of the hot temperature. Mostly flash floods happening in the west coast, but there might be several locations to be well spotted up and labeled to be as flash flood. But I know it also happens during the summer season. It's going to be picking up onto the highest hot temperature in America. So we have to still and take much more time to beat the heat until winter is about to come in about a few more months away until on to December. But I know the temperature is still hot out there, and also mostly other homes might be staying inside because of the heat temperature is going to be packed up to be causing up with some mental health. But I'm still barely trying to beat the heat on the inside, so if I could probably have to wait for the fresh cold air conditioner, it's going to have to help me to cool down. But I'm always going to have to be very patient when I'm working very hard to do this part of the recording video for splitting up and put up to have this new attempt. So now let's go down the hill and kick up the nitro, speed it up, and entering the Great Salt Lake Resorts. Now let's pull the brake, slide around, and do the next checkpoint before enter to be on the hill climb. Turn left, going up and take the platform. Better get ready because it'll have to go for round 2 to be on the downhill. Save that nitro gauge later on. Go recovery and increase the speed. Okay, let's stop here and take that checkpoint for the recovery. Almost putting up with some contact after doing the downhill run. Come on, gonna have to stay on top of it and going well green. 7 seconds on the gap. Turn around, going right at it and boost up quickly. Okay, here I am, arriving in the ski jump. going on the tarmac, going back onto the dirt trail, proceed as possible until moving on towards the finish line. There you go. Now gonna have to take that drift and go right over to be at the finish line to take one more to go.
Last stretch before reaching Salt Lake City, where so many land speed records were set. Which driver will set this stage's record?
Alright, solid fine performance, work well done, viewers. 4 minutes, 22.640 seconds. New record, 115,903 points. Very good job as Clever to have 4 events. We'll be moving on to take the next stage in Phase 4 of Dominion Series. So, I guess 2 new events on number 8 and 9 of Dominion Forsberg is going to be so excellent to have Rallycross and Touring Car discipline to be at the Black Hills. Located in the west coast state of America, is going to be so amazing to see how the track layout is going to be look like. But at the matter of time, because we did good job to have 5 racing courses as part of the main update. So first up is the Eagle Falls Motorsport Park, second 5 Kings Casino Motorsport Park, third the Monument, Lakeside is the fourth, and now Black Rift is going in to take the number 5 track layout to have 2 disciplines, is about to get ready for having a 3-lap time attack. So let's go and take on number 8 to be on the rally course to have this much fine layout to be on the track. So very good, and I'm about to show you guys something that I just also to be well purchased on one of the 4 Dominion Forsberg cars. But that's right, the Nissan 370C Safari car is now going to be acquired by adding up with some different kinds of amenities to be well equipped. This looks awesome and going red and inspirational to have a number 64 to be driven by Carl Phillips and Chris Forsberg. So the per level to be maximum in 230 is 705 horsepower and the top speed is 174 miles per hour. Talking about a very good all-wheel drive rally car to have this nice 370C to be labeled as East African Safari C. Time to try this out and go for the time attack to get everything set up and go for doing a rush time attack to be at the roll. I can't wait to get ready, viewers. It's about to go challenging to have a Safari car to take 3 laps to go opportunity with a car number 64. Let's beat the main time by the objective.
When you come up to the big dirt ramp, push your nitro hard.
Alright. Looks like everything goes to be instructed by Chris Forsberg, you guys. Gonna have to master the tight turns on the dirt track before coming in to take the dirt jump. It's gonna be so extreme and doing awesome. And by that awesome, I mean it's gonna get much exercise caution to be very more strategized to go straight rather than doing a directional to be gliding around on airborne vehicles. So here it comes. Gonna have to get ready and take that airborne to be landed onto the bridge. Talk about having a touchdown and go braking at the right turn by the corner. So let's have a good look of the interior view. It turns out to become a rally spec car version to be well driven to be on the dirt trail, because it's going to be quite very similarity, just like the original dirt spec version of the Nissan 370C. But this different version of the Nissan 370C is East African Safari C made by Forsberg Racing. But talking about having some very good roll bar cages is going to be quite very packed up and very well driven to be on the dirt trail track. Gonna have to push up and go for the nitro and get ready. Wow, looks like that might be giving a one slight extreme daring stunt, but I like it. Gonna have to stay straight and do a good perfect stunt jump to be going faster by using the nitro. So let's go for lap number 3. Gonna have to take it to the limit, slide on to the final corner to have this perfect chance to do some proper turn number 1 to go right at it. But I really enjoyed this Rallycross track, you guys. Perfect for having a 1 car to be doing a 3-lap challenge to take the rush. But also to have different kinds of vanities is going to be well equipped for having a 370C is very much more to be needed to have this Dominion Forsberg related. But it looks cool. But talking about having some tint and underglow to have to be blinked up and gonna have to go style to be driving on the Rallycross track. So gonna have to get ready and go for the final stretch.
Brakes and nitro, the magic duo.
Okay, there we go. Looks like mud everywhere. 2 minutes, 47.864 seconds to beat Chris Forsberg time. Fantastic work, and mastering the East African Safari Sea is doing a perfect job, well done. For once, trying out one of the fine Chris Forsberg's vehicle is going to be so amazing to have Nissan cars to be well related. 370C on the dirt track is going to be so extremely awesome to have number 8 to be checked and complete. So now, it all comes down to be going up the dirt trail before going for the tarmac to be at number 9 of Dominion Forsberg. Talk about having a touring car discipline to be at the road track to be in Black Rift Motorsport Park to be on the road course layout. So time to pick a touring car discipline to be prepared. For my best recommend, the Forsberg Racing Nissan GTR Nismo GT3 2020. Same as the original GTR Nismo GT3 is perfectly to be as the original. So I'm about to go and bring out a very good Forsberg Racing R35 GTR to be at the go. Let's kick it and punch it to the nitro.
Just before the big climb, you'll have to manage a tough chicane.
Alright, so coming down onto turn 1 and 2 is doing a fine downhill style. Turn 3 and 4 is doing much clearer by the same before coming in onto turn 5 towards turn number 6. But actually, it is going to be quite very cool to have this most fine West Coast American track is going to be so amazing and well talented up to be remarkable. Just like having a street race event and touring car discipline to be on different motorsport park to be well packed up to be part of Dominion Forsberg. Gonna have to stay focused and strategize to have every kind of track layouts to be specified and will be specific. Coming into the caves, looks so cool. Checkpoint cleared to be proceed. There we go. Now I'm gonna have to kick up the nitro and gonna have to go for lap number 2. Okay, down the race I go, braking as proceed. Always gonna have to find your line and beat your main objective time to go improve. Come on, just gonna have to keep going forward. Stay on the ropes, push up the nitro to be on standby by exactly 50 to 75% by the chance of usage. So you see, viewers, this is going to be the final Dominion Forsberg for the first part episode of Season 6 Motorflix. This is where the finish line comes in to have this part in phase number 4. So you have to get set up and go precisely to be well improved to beat your main objective time and Chris Forsberg time to be on different events to be exclusively. So now onto the final lap. Let's get it on, and gonna have to take one more run to go. At the end, 100,000 points to be received by having a final outcome in event number 9. Okay, let's go right at it to take on to the main corner to be going hillside. Going right, pack up the nitro, checkpoint to be cleared on the next sector. Keep going. My skill just keep doing fine. The cabin part is very cool to be racing on the track. So impressive, and even the bridge underpass to be well
Great.
shown.
Control those slides.
But here comes the final stretch, and there you have it. 3 minutes, 16.331 seconds. Awesome work and fine, solid performance. Oh yeah, looks like 100,000 points to be added with 6,582 points, viewers. This is what I call phase number 4 complete. Talk about having a race complete by 100% with no follow-up catch-up. But I mean, I'm very good to be on the jump start to be at the Platinum rank in 1,470 place in about 5 days left until phase 4 of Dominion series is over. So what do you guys really think about Dominion Forsberg number 8 and 9? But talk about having number 8 on the Rallycross discipline is going to be so extreme to be doing the dirt hill by pushing up the nitro is going to be so awesome as a stunt car performance. But clearly, always going to have to keep going straight and make a good solid landing to be at the bridge platform before entering to be at the right corner turn. But it was a very good front race, and also for number 9 on the touring car discipline. Very good and excellent to have a nice, fine, paved road tarmac track is going to be well packed up for only one GT3 race car to go up and well improved for only exactly 100,000 points to be added up to be updated before going to have to be checked up to be well complete to be entered by adding up a bonus in 100,000 points. So awesome, let's have a good look on the leaderboards. Rank 6,290 place. It was a very good road course tarmac layout onto the Black Rift. Very excellent and all kinds of tricky consecutive corners to go slide around on every elevation to be on the road track. Much to be fine work to have any kinds of touring car discipline who have to go up by exactly under 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Talk about having a hard work solidifying performance to see how it turns out to become much more time trial competitive. Now on to the Rallycross to be on the third track in Black Rift. Ranked 6,601st place. Very good to be using with the Forsberg Racing Nissan 370C East African Safari C. It was so awesome and very well fun to enjoy by having 2 straightaways, including with some tight corners with elevation. But mostly to have the hill jump is going to be very tricky to stay straight and be very focusing to be landed up onto the platform of the bridge. So now, gonna have to get ready to wrap this up, viewers. Next up, back to the beginning on Bullet Rush to be scheduled on August 24th to the 31st to have 3 different kinds of rewards as you may ever recognize. Star-shaped smoke, exterior parts for Ferrari 812 Superfast, and neon pink tire to be listed as epic vanity. But as you may ever notice about different kinds of events to be well changed up and require vehicles to have 3 restricted cars to be eligible to be participate. There's the Offshore Mark II, BMW M5, and the Red Bull Racing RB14 is now going to be set and featured to be on the bundle event. Talk about having a trip down memory lane from the very beginning to have Bullet Rush to be as original date from 2019. But after Bullet Rush, Whoop Guard will be set to be scheduled before at the end of August through September 7 before moving on in Dominion Kings as the final event at the end of the first episode. Better make sure to be very patient until we have 2 team summons. We'll have to take much more time in about 3 weeks, so gonna have to keep an eye out because having the Forsberg Racing Nissan 370C Dominion Edition is going to be having a number 6 car to be part as the Forsberg Racing. but I can't wait to get this one until moving on in September. Just you wait, viewers. Just you wait, and that we might have a very good, excellent series to be part in the Team Summon. Thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you like to see. And don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, and more to see for my own images like UDRS liveries, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.